few weeks ago, a 13-year-old named Francisco spent his birthday building his first startup at a startup weekend, an entrepreneurial education event right here in the Algarve. Was not in Silicon Valley, was not in Lisbon, right here. When we think of the Algarve, we picture golden beaches and tourists. We don't think about startups or entrepreneurs. That disconnect reveals something powerful. We underestimate where innovation can happen. I work at the intersection of innovation and regional development here in the Algarve. A region that has always been a crossroads. Phoenicians, Romans, Moors, and Portuguese all converge here, sharing ideas, fighting, but also building from this very special place. And today, we face at a new crossroads between being a simple tourist destination and becoming something more powerful, a knowledge-based region. I want to share with you a personal story. In 2020, I learned a brutal lesson in startup reality. My tourism startup, when COVID hit, was wiped out. 100% cancellations, 0 bookings. I'll never forget staring at the screen filled with cancelled bookings, wondering if I'd made a mistake coming home back to Portugal. What better example to show our region's fragile economy than this one? I knew I had to change. That's when I met a group of people that were already building an innovative ecosystem. People like Miguel Fernandes, Francesco Berrettini, Professor João Rodrigues. They knew that the solution was not to fix the old model. It was to build a new one. I joined Algarve Evolution, a private non-profit association that started with a few believers and now has almost an active 100 professionals, both nationals and internationals, already impacting a few thousands. Our shared goal? Make the Algarve a place where innovation thrives. This is not just my story. This is also the story of those who stayed, of those who, like me, returned, and those who choose to build something new here. Let me give you 4 reasons why I believe the Algarve is already becoming an innovation hub. Innovation is a mindset, not a zip code. You don't need glass towers and venture capital firms on every corner. You need courage, you need curiosity. You need to ask better questions. You need people that challenge each other to think differently. Our neighboring region of Malaga used to be known just for tourism, just like us. Now, it's a very important technological hub, hosting more than 25,000 people, hosting companies like Google and Vodafone. The tech employment rate is up 120% in a decade. However, we are also witnessing some signs of a transformation here in the Algarve. Algarve Techup, a regional initiative as a triple helix model, connecting academia, public institutions, and professionals. Algarve Evolution, from a few founders to a full movement. Experienced entrepreneurs now mentoring the next generation. communities of like-minded professionals being set up across the Algarve. Innovation is not a straight line. It's all about connections between sectors, between people, between ideas. Recently, I saw at one of our last meetups a Nigerian energy expert, a Portuguese PhD, a German energy expert, brainstorming aquaculture solutions. That diversity sparks innovation. Second, lifestyle is a competitive advantage. Startup mental health challenges are real. 72% of entrepreneurs report mental health struggles when compared to 48% of non-entrepreneurs. The Algarve offers a different path. Focus, recovery, clarity. Imagine brainstorm your next project idea in a place that has 300 days of sunlight. Imagine being one step away of meeting anyone that lives here. These aren't luxuries. They are actually productivity tools. When do you think most breakthrough ideas happen? They don't happen staring at a laptop. They come from conversations. They're coming from a walk. They're coming from rest. And that's why I was saying that these aren't luxuries. These are actually productivity tools. Third, innovation with society, not just for society. We started with the triple helix model, connecting government, public institutions, academia, and professionals. Now we are moving to a quadruple helix model, adding society. Innovation must be built with citizens, not just delivered to them. Last summer, we ran a pilot project called Impact Algarve. 70 people under one roof, from ministers of the Portuguese Parliament, public officials, scientists, artists, students, business leaders, regular citizens. We all come together to discuss how the Algarve can become more innovative, more fair, and sustainable. Also, last October, Algarve Techup Summit, open to everyone. We gathered 500 people from across the Algarve, and also from other parts of Portugal, and even from abroad. Other initiatives are being designed to map existing talent, to establish networks of mentors and investors, but also to build direct interfaces between citizens and policymakers. This will help us to attract funding, not just public, but also private. And most importantly, citizens can shape their own future. Fourth, even against the odds, we can rewrite our innovation script. We already have in the Algarve a biotech developing new medicines, a world-class audio innovation, pioneering RNA-based diagnostic cancer, an island community going energy independent, a founders program that attracted entrepreneurs from 4 continents, animation studio exhibiting everywhere in the world. But still, our challenges are real. You know that housing is still unaffordable for many locals. Public transportation is weak. Many young people still leave the region. Some people even say, I don't see any hope here. And I understand why they say that. Because the Algarve is not a paradise for everyone. If you live here all year round, you know that professional options can be limited. Brain drain exists. Many locals, they feel they are left behind. If innovation only serves tourists, remote workers, or the wealthy, we have failed. If we fail to invest in innovation today, we risk locking ourselves into stagnation, missing a generation of opportunity. That's why we are focusing on building capacity, training programs for the youth. I mean mentorship networks. I mean stronger ties between schools and companies. We want the Algarve to become more than a place to rest. We want the Algarve to become a place where you can build and stay and succeed. Remember Francisco? On his birthday, he pitched his idea. He found a team. He created a prototype and he impressed the judges. An entrepreneur, an investor from our movement heard his story, reached out to Francisco's parents and gave Francisco a prize money. Not as a win, but as a recognition for his drive. This is what I'm talking about. This awakening, this bottom-up. We need everyone. We are too small. We need to work together. And we need to work with a purpose. So, can a region known for leisure become a real innovation hub? Yes. Yes, it can. It already is. In labs, in coffee shops, in incubators, in co-working spaces, in an accelerator. We are not trying to copy no one. We have our own identity. We are building something more suitable for our own future. Something more sustainable, more human-centered, anti-fragile. By the end of 2026, we are targeting 30 new innovative companies, 200 plus year-round knowledge jobs, 5,000 students impacted by entrepreneurial programs. A garden with just only one flower might be beautiful, but it's vulnerable. We are not replacing tourism. We are adding diversity. We are adding more flowers to our garden. And now, it's about speed. Not walking, but running toward innovation, toward action. Wherever you are, if you are committed to building something meaningful, you are already in the right place. Geography is no longer the barrier. Nowadays, everyone has access to the same digital tools. The real difference is mindset. So let me do an open call here. Students, submit a project in the next idea competition. Entrepreneurs, join our next meetup. Business leaders, mentor one startup this year. Public officials, open your doors to innovators. Visitors, stay longer. Work from here. Feel the difference while you have a sangria. The future no longer belongs to the biggest cities. It belongs to the boldest ecosystems, willing to reimagine themselves. And maybe the next breakthrough idea that is going to change the way we live might come from here. Let's make the Algarve a lighthouse for every dreamer, every builder. Let's make the Algarve a beacon for every young Francisco that lives here and finally knows, I can do it here. The work has begun. Now, it's our turn to push it forward. Thank you.